Hey everyone, this is a video I've been wanting to make for a while now actually, and the inspiration for it came from when I actually looked on Glenn, who is All Babies Are Atheists on YouTube, when I looked at his channel page and I was looking at some of the comments that people have left on his profile, and there were some in particular that reverberated with me, and it was from a theist. I can't remember which particular theist it was, but this person seemed to have a bit of a contention with Glenn's username, and was trying to argue the fact that he thinks that all babies are not born atheists, but are in fact born theists. I mean, according to him anyway. And it's not something that I'd really had thought a lot about, but it kind of, it stayed with me, and I wanted to try and at least, think more about it, if not try and make a video about it. So, here I am. Now, whoever believes this, that we are born theists, would this be a belief in any god, or would it be the correct god? And so if it is the correct god, and people subscribe to a religion that is not as the correct one according to you, does that mean that they've been I don't know, corrupted by the devil or something? I mean, you have to try and help me fill in the blanks here. And really, if this were true, if we were all born knowing about the one true God, whoever that is, surely we would find untouched tribes in the Amazon worshipping Jesus or Allah or some other deity that they would have no way of knowing about. In fact, that would be quite the evidence for your particular God, would it not? Really, it begs the question that if we are not born atheists, then why do we need to be taught religion? And why do some people need to drill into their kids' heads the practices of their particular beliefs? And why do some kids still not believe in God, no matter how much you try to tell them that they're wrong? And don't give me the explanation of free will, right? Because if we are born theists, then where's the free will there? Surely the free will argument would only work if we are completely neutral on there being a God when we're born. And there would be no way to tell anyway. Some kids are going to gravitate towards religion, some won't. It's all down to each person's individual mindset. Even if you brought up kids in a completely non-religious household and only told them about certain beliefs and never tried to enforce them onto these kids, and then one day one of them turned around and said that they believe that the Christian beliefs are true, so they are going to become a Christian. Even that, that wouldn't be evidence for your argument, because it would only show you that this particular kid now believes in God, not that all kids have this belief from birth. Look, the simple fact is that there is no evidence to support the idea that we are born atheists, and even on an evolutionary basis it doesn't make sense to me. We don't really have any knowledge ingrained with us from birth, apart from the old fight or fly survival instinct left over from when we used to be in very real danger of being eaten by massive dangerous animals. And so a belief in God would give us no advantage over other people. In fact, in my opinion, it would be a negative influence, because it would take away thought and free time from quite important tasks like finding food and finding shelter. It would seem to me then that if some prehistoric people did have a belief in God, it would make them less capable than their counterparts. So really, where would the belief in God fit into our evolution? How would it be a benefit that it would become like our fight or fly survival instincts? But saying that, I have a feeling that this person was a creationist, so they're going to believe in a 6,000-year-old Earth. So anything I say now, in fact anything I've said in this whole video, will probably seem like white noise to them. It would be quite an evolutionary waste to fit such an irrelevant point into our instincts, when it would have absolutely nothing to do with the lives that our ancestors were living. They weren't searching for meaning. It's only now that we've achieved a very high level of comfort and luxury compared to our ancestors that we can now ask these big questions. It's only very recently in our history where we don't have to hunt our own food, we don't have to worry too much about our shelter or warmth, that we've had our thoughts freed up enough from the very basic things we need for survival that we can ask more philosophical questions about our existence. So it would seem to me that a belief in God would be a relatively modern thought. 50,000 years ago, humans were just interested in not dying for as long as possible and procreating. A belief in God wasn't a top priority for them. You know, they had much more important shit to deal with. At least that's my opinion. Anyway, I'd really like to, you know, get people's thoughts on this. You know, tell me what you think. If I'm wrong or right, you know, whatever. And I'll see you in my next video. Cheerio.